Hi everyone, good to see you again. This is Grada Robertson, and tonight I want to talk about addictions and give you some tools and helpful strategies and healing that will help you heal your addictions. I'm talking about addictions tonight because recently I've had quite a few clients who want to give up smoking. Some people want to give up drinking. Some people want to stop binge eating or comfort eating, and then there are lots more addictions that you can probably think of. So one of the first things that I want you to do in a minute is, or while I'm talking, just ask yourself, could there be a sneaky addiction in your life that's sort of harmful to you, or creating stress in your relationships? Because actually most addictions cause a lot of stress in our body, and they're really, really bad for our self-esteem. That's why they call it an addiction, because they're usually not good for you. So for instance, sometimes when I do healing work with people, their body will tell me, I'll just call it John. John is on the table, and John's body is saying to me, John has an addiction. Can you point that out to John? So I'll say to John, John, your body says that you have an addiction and your body wants to heal it. Do you know what I'm talking about? And John will say, no, I don't know. So I usually ask the usual thing. Do you drink too much, have too many beers? Do you smoke? Do you gamble? And often blokes, they can be workaholics without realizing that they have a workaholic addiction. By the way, women can be like that too. So an addiction is just anything that sneaks up on you and you know you're addicted to it, because when you stop it, so for instance, a workaholic, when he takes a day off and you say you have to do absolutely nothing, just lie around or bum out on the beach or whatever, and they get really, really grumpy because they're literally having withdrawal symptoms. So an addiction is anything that when you stop it, you suffer withdrawal symptoms. So you can think of some other things like moms are often compulsively nurturing or something, or over worrying. We can be addicted to worry. You can be addicted to checking your Facebook all the time, and so on. So I'm going to invite you right now to just think of something and be really, really honest with yourself. Because unless you get really, really honest, of course, there won't be any changes. And my Thursday night sessions are all about helping you grow and feel more at peace inside yourself, and so that you can have a happy, rewarding life with less stress and more fun. Okay, so this will actually be a fun exercise tonight, I promise. All right, so maybe I've been seeing a lot of clients with addictions who want to give up because since my birthday on the 10th of January, I haven't touched any wine, and I was getting into the habit of having a glass of wine nearly every night, or sometimes even 2 glasses. But definitely 5 nights out of the week. So I would come home, get some organic wine in the shop, and then look forward to having a glass of wine. And I decided it's sneaking up on me. It's starting to have power over me. I start to think about it at 4 o'clock. I don't want to do it anymore. And besides, I also know that wine is bad for my memory. Right, so I start to forget people's names and so on, and I want to really, really look after my memory. So for a whole month now, I haven't done that, and to be honest, it hasn't been super easy for me. Like every day between 4 and 7 o'clock or 4 and 8 o'clock, my body is nagging me like, where's that glass of wine? And I feel that I'm missing something. But anyway, I'm really proud of myself that I've made it so far. So there can be something as simple as that you think, well, it's not very harmful, but actually, you realize you can't do without it anymore. So it can be compulsively checking the lights. That's getting more into obsessive compulsive disorder though. So just anything like that. So in a minute we're going to do a practice, because I love doing practices that will give you some relief, right? But I'm also going to post some statistics on addiction and so on, because in Australia we have a huge drinking problem, probably some of the worst alcoholic drinking problems in the world. And this is robbing people of their time, energy, of happiness, of meaningful relationships. So, okay, let's just choose alcohol. What does alcohol do? And this is something that all addictions have in common. So alcohol is like relaxing. It helps you to be in the present, to chill out, and it dulls something. It will dull something like a band-aid over a bleed, right? Over a wound. So what all addictions have in common is that a trigger comes up from your subconscious, from deep inside your body, and we want to push it down straight away. We go back. I'll shut that down with a meringue or something, or I'll quickly scroll on Facebook and so on. And we go to our habits, like our addictive habits. So all addictions are caused by the pain of disconnect. And what we're talking about here is a disconnect between the subconscious mind and the conscious mind, right? We have these two parts of us. And scientists will say it's caused by disconnect, like a disconnect in your relationships, a disconnect in your community and so on. But actually you can heal all of that by connecting to yourself, and all the rest will follow. So tonight we're going to do that. It's caused by, and the disconnect is caused by a painful fear, or a fearful pain, one or the other. And so I want you to think of something that you feel fearful of. Okay, but I'm also here to tell you now that all fears, like every single one that you have, fall into three categories: the fear of emptiness, fear of intensity, and fear of the unknown. And we're all super scared to ever feel those fears. So when it comes bubbling up from the subconscious mind, and by the way, 90% of our life is really ruled by our subconscious mind, and only 10% by the conscious mind. And so something like this comes bubbling up, and we squash it down. We quickly open the fridge, munch on something, piece of chocolate, and the trigger is gone till it triggers again. So if it came from our rational mind, like our thinking mind, we could just say, all right, I know what's going on here, so now I'm not having the chocolate or that wine, and you shut the door and it's gone. But because it doesn't work like that, because it's coming from deep in our subconscious, so that's where we need to heal it. And we can heal our subconscious easily through our body, right? Anywhere in our body. So I'm going to invite you to do something with me now. So hopefully you've thought of something. Sorry, I'm just looking at my... Hopefully you've thought of something that could possibly be an addiction, or you haven't clearly got an addiction. Let's say you want to give up smoking. And by the way, within four weeks, you have a new set of lungs, right? So if you give up smoking today, halfway through March, your lungs are already, you have started to grow a new set of lungs, and if a new liver every 6 weeks and so on. So your body will love you for it. Okay. So think of where you have an addiction, and now I want to ask you, what's your worst fear? Is it fear of intensity? Like that the feelings are going to get really intense? Is it fear of emptiness? Or fear of the unknown? Which one is the worst one for you? Now, when it comes to addictions, we're often dealing with fear of emptiness, because people say, I get an empty feeling. They get that far when I get them to stop and tune into their body before they have a cigarette, for instance. They feel this empty feeling and they don't want to feel it. So fear of emptiness actually means my life feels empty, the whole universe is empty, It's just, my life is meaningless. What if my life is meaningless? And so on. You can make that up yourself, and it's not a very nice feeling in your body. It's like an existential fear, right? This is often what shows up when it comes to food, and even cigarettes. When it comes to alcohol, it's often to do with intensity. So people, especially guys, they don't want to be angry ever. They want to be a nice guy, but so then they have alcohol. But unfortunately, they often their anger surfaces. Okay, so I'm going to ask you now, think of an addiction. Think of where you feel that in your body when you stop it, when you don't do that behavior. And where do you feel that fear in your body? What is the fear for you? Maybe it's fear of intensity, fear of the unknown, that's like fear of death. And just be really honest with yourself. Okay, where do you feel that in your body? So I'm just going to pretend I'm feeling it here so you can see it. So I'll put my hands there. Just so yeah. But it would be anywhere in your body below the neck usually, because usually we're not feeling that in our heads. That's a hint. It can be in your lower back, lower tummy, the sides, anywhere. So put your hands there. Breathe into your body. Tune in, and now think of not having a glass of wine or not having a smoke, or think of constantly checking Facebook and not doing that. Whatever is coming up for you, the pain of not doing that, feel that in your body. Okay, now I want you, while you're sitting on that with your eyes shut, I'm going to tell you that the universe is here to support you, right? So you're not doing this on your own. You're living in a universe like a field of unseen, invisible, unlimited support. So feel that unlimited support come in through the crown of your head, through your crown chakra, flow out of your shoulders, through your arms, into your hands. And that energy is now going, filling up that traumatized spot in your body where the issues are in your tissue. So just allow that to happen. Take a breath in and simply listen to the message of my voice, and I'm telling your body to allow that invisible, unseen support and help that's completely unlimited, that's always available, to flow into your body through your crown chakra, through the top of your head, through the back of your neck, your shoulders, your arms, and out through your hands and into your body, to support your body, to take out, to dissolve that fear, to dissolve the addiction, taking it away. You don't need to know how that's happening, because energy has its own wisdom. So if you think, how's that happening? Just allow that thought to pass. The universe is the CEO. You're handing over the steering wheel. It's traveling through your body, coming down your shoulders, through your arms, through your hands. You might feel some tingling. You might feel heaviness or lightness. And now your hands are starting to get really warm, and that energy is going into your body, taking away the trauma, the pain, the disconnect, the fear. Because all fears are an illusion, right? They're not real. Every fear means false evidence appearing real. When the universe flows in through your body, everything that's not real is taken care of, and you don't need to know how. So just feel that in your body. It's nice when you do this through your tummy. And breathe in, and that energy keeps on flowing. It just keeps on flowing. Filling your body through your hands. Because you're a channel for the divine. You always are, whether you realize that or not, doesn't matter. and you don't need to know how. We get in the way sometimes and disconnected by trying to figure out how is this working. And but you don't ask yourself, how's my hair growing, how's my nail growing, how's my heart still ticking over. It's all the same life force that's doing that for you. So just stay connected to that and allow that invisible, unseen support to heal whatever has caused you to disconnect from your true essence, and that's made you reach out to addictive behaviors. So you stopped feeling that pain of disconnect. It's much nicer for you to feel connected to yourself and to just draw on your own essence, your source, your resource. That means constantly go back to the source. Re means go back to the source. So you're resourcing your energy. All right. So as you're doing this, now you're already starting to feel more open and expanded. I want you to think of some stresses that are very real in your life, because stresses will always deepen any cracks in you or any disconnect. So maybe you're thinking of your bank account, and just with your hands there, with the energy flowing, think of your bank account with new eyes, right? Fresh eyes. Think of your health. Maybe you have a health challenge, you don't know how to fix it. So just trust the energy to take care of it. You have a clean bill of health. Think of your relationships. Maybe there's some ugliness there. Just allow that energy again, the unseen, invisible, helping support to flow into you, into those relationships. Whatever you focus on, that energy will go there. See your relationships become harmonious, loving and rewarding. And see, instead of addictions, you see yourself full of confidence. Your self-esteem is much better. Your shame is gone. You have more vitality. You feel good in yourself. You feel proud of yourself. Just think of that, hold that picture, energize that picture. Just keep doing the same thing. And trust in the wisdom of the universe. Energy, like I said, has its own wisdom. That's timeless, ageless, that's been here. That's the same wisdom that makes the trees grow. Okay, just let go of that control for a while. If you worry about your children, if you're a mom, just send some of that energy into the children, or how you see the children, and just look at your children with fresh eyes. Okay, look at them how God or the universe looks at them. Take some really deep breaths in, and just continue to do this for as long as it takes, right? So if a fear comes up or a disconnect, and you find yourself getting into an addictive habit again, you simply go back to the start of this Facebook Live, and you just listen to it again and do the exercises again. And that's how you set yourself free from being trapped and burdened by addictions that are stealing your energy, stealing your money, stealing the meaning in the relationships, when you can do so much better. You're selling yourself out cheaply, and you can do it. So just remember, you're living in a universe that's your best friend, that's unseen, invisible, wise, beyond anything that we can ever imagine, that wants to help you and fill your cup so you don't need anything else. So thank you for watching, everyone. I think I've gone over time. Let me know how you get on. Let me know if you struggle with anything that's, interesting or funny or peculiar, and how you get on when you do this exercise. So just simply commit to doing this every day, and all the issues in your tissues will start to heal. Thanks for tuning in. Big love to everyone, and I'll see you next week. Bye bye.